Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties. How you doing, babies? Take that deep breath. Whatever goals or whatever like situations, or if you have bullies or hate or anything coming at you, take a deep breath, breathe it out. Like figure out a game plan or do some research. Or if you got like I know, like, I'm restarting, like, oh, I've got 2 friends that I'm so happy and like, and I've got a few others, but, like, I don't know, it's just, like, right now, like, I guess this time in life, ooh, it's like it's a different phase when especially I don't know, it's you know what? I'll save that for a different episode, but, yeah, it's like, if you have somebody you can call on. Or if you don't, it's like if you want to just write to the channel, like writing the messages and like if you have a dilemma, it's not kind of like okay, I can't save the world, babies, but it's like maybe we can do some research, figure it out or whatever. Because I've had to learn a lot about independence but then also the independence of dependence, having a disability is like the way I was born or brought up and everything like that, all of a sudden, it's like everything that I was taught, or not everything, but everything within one certain area has changed and switched. And but my brain is, I'm at a habit. So I know maybe it doesn't make sense, but if you're going through something, if you have someone you can talk to, and or if you just remember, go outside, get some vitamin D, take a deep breath of fresh air. It's like try to do something that's going to help your mental. It's like what helps me sometimes watching a comedy show, or like, oh, I am a fan of The View and it's like, and like, oh, I watch politics almost all day every day, as you probably have noticed. But to cheer me up is either comedy, K-dramas, The View, because sometimes they put it in a comic spin, or I miss Stephen Colbert. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I miss Stephen Colbert. He helped cheer me up, some especially during my surgeries. But yeah, I talk about that in earlier episodes. He'll be so missed. And oh my gosh, I hope he continues the holiday specials. I watched those so many times, especially during my like right before my surgeries, not during, but right before and after the surgeries. I was watching those all of the time. And I introduced them to my sisters. And I know, like, my older sister, she was just like, what in the issue? But she was laughing so hard. And so yeah, and then he started the Easter ones. I was like, yes. So, anyways, if you don't know about them, look them up. They're hilarious, and they they put a funny spin to all the craziness that's going on in the world or in the country. And also our cartoon president. Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know how many times. And when they brought AOC, I think in the last season, oh, oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, let's get out that piping hot, boiling petty tea, guys. Get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. And if you like it cold, hold the ice, because the ice is a hot mess in these streets. Yes, they are. Come on now. You know. But let's talk about white privilege today. Yes, river racism, white privilege, a lot of river racism now. Because we had that one fighter who had the nerve to say a racist, awful, terrible thing about Mrs. Obama. Because, like, if you don't like black women, like, and a lot of people don't like black women. When it comes to dating apps, we are the most disliked. They swipe left on us, like, so often. And they either they stereotype us, or they're not attracted to, like, they want the European type of beauty and things like that, or they downplay us or look us down or look down on us. And so it's and trust me, check out my Patreon, because if you don't believe me, look at the screenshots and the evidence I have on Patreon. So many of the awful, terrible things men have either said to me or even in Facebook discussions, how they talk about, oh, and I have hundreds more. It's gonna take forever. Okay, no, I have to think positive. Have to think. I have to set goals. But the things they've said about Miss Kamala Harris, Mrs. Obama, Haley Bailey, and then I forget her name. It's like she was a black Tinkerbell. It was she did a good job. And they had disability like representation in that too. I loved it. But whenever it's an African American, especially an African American woman, they get mad at us. And or when a black woman has an amazing opportunity and goal and things, oh no, she's black. Or oh no, I like people want to say it wasn't racism, but and people want to say it's not sexism, but it's like, especially when you look at the demographics and like the difference when it was a white woman, a white man, and then a mixed woman with black and like Middle Eastern, Indian like heritage and stuff like that. And then people saying she's not black enough, she's not really black, or she's not Middle Eastern, like all this. None of us like especially when it comes to the black community, the African American community, none of us are 100. It's like being black enough. Okay, what's the percentage? Last I heard, one drop. Last time I heard, one drop. The one drop rule. People forget that. Because even when we had Zendaya, when she had the beautiful locks in her hair, and then some people want to rip her, like try to rip on her for that. And then a lot of people are like, oh, she's not black enough. And then when she won awards, she's the first black woman, blah, blah, blah. Oh, she's not black enough. Excuse me? Excuse me? Last time I checked, and also like if she gets pulled over, okay, well, she's famous and everything. So she's got famous privilege. But come on now. It's like police are gonna be looking at her or looking for her skin just like the like it's like, remember when I got pulled over one of the times, because each almost every single time I got pulled over, racism. Some people are never gonna believe me. Some people are gonna like, oh, she just made this up. I wish. I can't make up like when I get like when the police officer follows me for over 15 minutes. Imagine a police officer driving behind you for 15 minutes, expressway, street, and to your house. You park in your driveway, you've done nothing wrong, and you're like, okay, I'm home, I'm about to go in the house. And then that police officer blocks you in the driveway and then tells you to get back in the car. I tell the whole story, but just think about that. Think about that. And then tells you, you don't look like you live there. And for at least 20 minutes, at least 15 to 20 minutes, at least keeps asking, where do you live? Why are you here? What time did you get here? Why are you like, I'm like, where, okay, what time is it? Like, you're, because I remember one of the times he asked me, what time did I get here? I'm like, you followed me here. What in the world? Like, okay, is that a trick question? Why are you at, like, you followed me. And I turned off the car, so I don't know what time it is now. I didn't know I had to know the time. I mean, come on, like, what? And so, but yeah, we're going to be talking about the white privilege of the white privilege of the white privilege, the colonizer privilege that they ignore, especially like with Black Lives Matter and the stereotype they tried to place on us, and also the criminals within the colonizing community. But that, yeah, they're not stereotyped. Black people are stereotyped to do a lot of the things they are known to do. Because after the Knicks won their game, right? Some things caught on fire. Some things caught on fire. And just like with Black Lives Matter, like a lot of the people who were arrested for doing, like, and I'm not saying black people didn't do any of it. Yeah, there's stupidity in every nationality, every race. Trust me, there's stupidity in every single nationality and race. Better believe, better believe. So yeah, I'm not saying black people didn't do any of it. But do you know, like, when I kept saying reports, I kept saying white people caught for like the terrorizing and the destruction and breaking of windows. And or they're the ones that kind of started it. And again, like okay, when we're talking about young generation Z, oh millennials, like some of like I'm like, come on now, millennials, we grown. We're supposed to be grown now. Okay, like we're supposed to be grown. Some of those zennials are your children. So you, if you don't take your tush home, it's like if you're gonna embarrass us. Okay, so yeah, I have so many thoughts on millennials who are out there doing like running amok and acting stupid and ignorant. It's like at least Gen Z, they have at least a little bit of excuse. It's like some of them were trapped in that house during COVID, during like during their upbringing. So some of them like, hey, they may not like they know, but then they have the excuse to not know. We don't have that excuse. We were grown during like, mm. So I don't know. It's just when the white people were doing this, it's like I don't hear Fox News talking about the white people doing the destruction. I'm not hearing about that. I'm not hearing about the white men. Like, I mean, okay, again, I'm not saying only the white men because oh no, I saw a little diversity with some of this hot mess. And so yeah, I'm just gonna say if your if your team wins, if your state wins, let's behave ourselves. Like, can we find a better way to celebrate? Why does it have to be destruction? Instead, can there be like a way where maybe you raise money for the food shelter? Or maybe it's I mean, like at night, it's like maybe like celebrate in a way where it brings everyone together, not but in a positive way. Because yeah, it was bringing people together, to, like while tearing down stuff. But can people come together in a positive way to the point where it's going to help the community or help the state and help the city, like in the future? Where people can look at that, they're like, oh, okay, look at them. It's like, yeah, they won. And now, oh, it's like, oh, that's going to be amazing. That's going to be good. No, instead, it was like, what in the world is actually going No, 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 no. And I was saying the same thing like when U of M, the basketball team, when yeah. I remember when they won about a month ago. hmm hmm Like some of them are climbing trees, breaking the limbs off of trees, and I'm not gonna say it went really crazy, but I heard like the next day on the news how like so many police officers had to go out and like how crowded and everything it was, and how many people were just climbing. Like, guys, why are we climbing things? Like you, oh, and then like even with the Knicks game, there was somebody who not only climbed a ladder on top of a building, but then found a fire extinguisher and decided to spray the crowd with it. And this was not a black person. I don't know if they were exactly why they kind of looked like they might have been, a little like Arabic or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. But so yeah, I know they weren't black, but and I know someone's gonna be like, oh well, we're all a little black. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, then tell me why there's so many racists and stuff in this country. But anyway, and how come they're so scared to have a black president? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and or at least a black female president. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But there was some destruction within the city and everything like that. But then during Black Lives Matter, they kept wanting to blame the black people and they kept wanting to point the finger at, my community, my demographic. But then when you look at the TV and when you see a lot of the stuff go on, because even during Black Lives Matter, sometimes when I would look at the people who got arrested, but I had to look it up. There were a lot of white people, but a lot of the times the cameras would always be on the black people. Like when they were running in and taking over grocery stores and stuff, you saw the black people, but then like when I looked into the story And when they showed some of the beginning footage of who broke the window, it was a white person. A lot of I'm not saying every time, but a lot of the times it was a white person. Okay, what show that part? Show the beginning of it. Yes, it was wrong. Oh, it was so wrong. And that's why I keep saying, like, can we act right? Can we, like, don't run into an Apple store instead? Like, why? And this is one reason I'm a Democrat. We need to raise the minimum wage. Like the whole thing with capitalism, we need to fix and adjust. We have a trillionaire now, and they say I think we're going to have like five more within the next 5 to 10 years. A trillionaires, come on. And how many millions has our current president made during his second term? And how many millions have his children made? And how many of them are starting energy drinks? And energy drinks based off of a different culture. hmm hmm And or having photo shoots on political property or on like the White House and things like that. And like, yeah, the privilege. The privilege. It's like a lot of them, they keep wanting to say black people steal, black people destroy, black people do this and that. But do you know how many times, like either like especially lock a key, especially lock, because I learned a lot about lock a key, and that's one read like, and even Tomas, because like I was, even though he went to prison and stuff, I thought, you know what, because I thought he was being so honest, but they say a lot of times, I'll get back to lock a key in a second, but or in a minute. But I can't I won't like yeah. Did I forget? I'm not sure. Or maybe I decided not to listen to that to this point. But they say for a lot of people that have been in prison, prison teaches criminals how to do the crime better or how to hide it better, because now they are surrounded by other criminals and they share notes. They exchange what they did wrong and how to fix it. So then when they get out, they can continue and go back to the crime that they started off doing. Because with Lock a Key and Tomas, like, yeah, with Tomas, yeah, he ghosted me, broke up with me, but then turned around. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm like, dummy, remember? Like, yeah, go back to that episode. But when I finally got in front of his face, yeah, he said, "Oh, it's because you're too good of a woman for me. I'm not man enough." And that's when he admitted that he was still doing the crimes that he went to prison like the first or second time. Yeah, he was still doing the crime. Dating like they asked me to be his girlfriend. Asked me to be his girlfriend, but then he's still doing like spending out like when I say we talked on the phone for hours. It's like because this was like right near like just got vaccinated and things like that. Like so during like the COVID time, but near the end or whatever. And introduced me to all the neighbors, his close neighbor friend or whatever. Like yeah, because one of like listen to the episode, but it's crazy because he had no problem going out with me, talking to me for like 6 to 10 hours in a night, sometimes starting at 9:30 or till 11 o'clock at night, and talking on the phone until the sun was coming up. We did that so many times. And there were some times where I'm like, oh, well, I need to let you sleep tonight. And he was like, baby, no. It's like, I want to hear your voice. I want to talk to you. You encourage me. You enlighten me. I think you make me a better person. See, and that, do you know how many men I've heard say that to me? Do you know how many men I've heard say that to me? But then a lot of them, they say I don't sleep with them fast enough, or they literally try to blackmail me to either sleep with them, and or they threaten to sleep with their boss. And or they tell me that instead of me starting my own business, I better just help them with their business needs, because since I'm a woman, I'm a lady, that I don't know what I'm doing, even though I have the degrees and they've never done it in their life. And or they tell me, oh, right, you're writing a children's book. Oh, that's cute. If I was going to write a book, it'll be this thick. And it was the size of a dictionary. No, it was a dictionary. Yeah, and this one he went to prison too. But he didn't, oh yeah, this one he didn't tell me until after the second time we got together. I wouldn't call it a date, but it's like because he was supposed to create my theme song for my channel, but he disgusted me so much with, yeah, he, total nightmare. It would like, I'll tell that story soon. But yeah, almost every time I like, and this is one reason why, like, some people might be like, oh, so you must not care for criminals and or whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm like, Black Lives Matter, and I understand all lives matter, and part of those all lives are inmates, are ex-cons, are people who serve their time. And yes, some people have turned around and did a 180. Yes, that is so true, so true. But some of them didn't. And for some reason, a lot of the ones who didn't, again, they see my kindness and my niceness and bubbliness, and they take advantage. Because lock a key, ooh, the amount of times he literally tried to stick a crime on me, and he would say, I'm a white man, you're a black woman. Who are the cops going to believe? And so when I see the crap and the mess that the Knicks have done, or like, no, the fans, not the Knicks, like, no, not the team, the fans. I'm watching the screen, I'm like, like, wow, can we act? Because like, even if I say, can we act our age, some people are like, oh, whether, new adults or 18s and 20s, they're gonna be, no, 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 no. What, like, climbing buildings and doing, like, okay, and like setting off fire extinguishers, that's stupid, that's dumb, that's immature, that's ignorant, that's just no. And I know men's brains fully develop later, or it takes them long. And see, that's another funny thing too. People keep saying that women can't be leaders and all this other garbage or whatever, but look at the majority of the people that were doing the destruction in the street. It was men. It's like a lot of men have done so many like it's like they say women can't be leaders, but look at the, like, if you look at the videos and look at the footage of what these people, like, the privilege men have, the privilege white people have, and especially the privilege that white men have. And I just talked about this like last week or the week before, when talking about how white men have privilege within our judicial system and everything like that. It's not fair, it's not right. And like I said, oh, black people aren't perfect. We're not. We're not. Oh. And some of the things I was saying, like, especially, like, I know there was a crowd carrying this. It looked like that bar that you have when people are in lines and everything like that. And a black guy was riding it like it was a surfboard. Like, in my mind, I'm just like, how, if they drop that, if they drop, like, what? Ugh. Do you have health insurance? Do you have health insurance? Like, like what? Like, and these are the type of things I'm thinking about while watching, because watching the people climb the stairs, I'm just like, oh, that's a millennial, or not, no, that's a Gen Z, because millennials not like, we're going to be talking about our knees, our backs, our joint, like, no, that is not, no, 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 no. So, but oh my gosh, it's like I just kept seeing the privilege while watching it, and how when it came to Black Lives Matter, They just wanted to say, oh, you guys just want to burn buildings down. You just want to steal. You just want to do all this other stuff. But then when the colonizers, when the white people do, oh, we're going to be quiet. We're not going to cover it. We're not going to talk about it. It's like, yeah, because no, we don't want that image on ourselves. We don't want people to think what like white people can never be like, yeah, they whitewash history. White people can never be the bad guys, the villains, and things like that. Even though like they've colonized so many countries and taken over so many places, and like it's amusing. It's entertaining and it's amusing. So I'm And yeah, I would love your thoughts on it. But yeah, a lot of people are probably going to say, oh, she must think that black people, blah, blah, blah. And also, like, no, we are not perfect. Trust me. Trust me. We're not. But I know, like, with even with Mr. No Heart, he begged me to start a business with, like, partner up with him with 420 because it's like part of me, I'm just like, okay, so we need to do all the paperwork. I'm the reason why it was legal because he was telling me we don't need any of that stuff. I used to grow it up north all the time. I was a second like biggest producer of it when I was up north. Him and his mom used to smoke it together before it was legal. When he was a lot younger, they were smoking it together. But then when she would tell me about why each one of her children have gotten arrested, she told me it was my turn, and I'm like, none of my siblings, we have not been arrested. She looked at me like I was crazy. She looked at me because she was like, no, you're black. No, you're black. Like, and she was serious. And she even tried to tell my ex to start a conversation with me while at the house so that maybe I will spill the tea about me or one of my siblings getting, yeah. That's how far she tried to go. Mhm. Mhm. People don't understand the privilege and the racism within this country and the stereotypes and the ridicule and the dehumanization that a lot of like black people we go through. They try to stereotype us when yeah, it's like sometimes yeah, black people are not perfect. Some steal either because of the minimum wage and they can't afford things and it's to survive or to feed themselves or their children and stuff, or they have to choose between since we don't have health care for all either medications or food or mortgage. And it's like, and some are just doing something stupid. I'm gonna be upright. Yes, some are just doing things yeah, they don't want to pay for it. Yeah, they just don't want to pay for it. At this, at the same time, I think it's just frustrating because so much like during Black Lives Matter we heard so much about burning down cities and the destruction and all this other, but then when you look at the numbers and how peaceful and the coming together and everything and the diversity and stuff like that, you kept hearing about that like only when you focus and look at the numbers. But then all of the MAGA people, because they want black people to look bad. They are like in my opinion racist at like come on now. When you especially when you say shut up and dribble, you say that 1 minute, but then when your athlete is all of a sudden on your team, on your side, oh, we don't want you to shut up. Yeah, talk. Yeah, you're a great role model, blah blah blah. Hmm. So at the end of the day, it's just the way they loop around and the privilege. It's like so many white people. I don't have privilege, but I'm not rich. I'm not that they don't understand the privilege. They don't understand how even when their demographic makes mistakes, the footage and cameras, oh, they don't want to show that. They don't want to show them in that light. They don't want to show the truth. But when it's black people, yes, they want to like just look at the news and how they cover black people versus white people. Thank you so much for listening to the Handy Capable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.